what is going to be what do you foresee as a leading expert in property and a broker? What do you see is changing? What are the trends in the post-pandemic environment? Okay, Carl, so we talked about, an earlier video, we talked about the pandemic, the pre-pandemic. Now we're entering the pandemic. We're now entering the post-pandemic world. It's incidentally, we're in a mall. So, of course, medyo maluwag pa. It's a weekday and we're in the valley. But malls have been crazy. That the traffic and the foot traffic is there. So, it's back. So, now my question, what is going to be what do you foresee as a leading expert in property and a broker? What do you see is changing? What are the trends in the post-pandemic environment? Kasi there's also that, there's this, they're forcing the offices to be open. I know if you don't know, so parang talking to somebody, the government wants about 70% of BPO back kasi and stuff like that. Schools are being forced open. So what's going to be the future of property?
I think before I share with you my answer, it would be nice to talk about what is driving the changes sa mga malls and sa property. Because if you notice or if you take attention to those changes, you will be able to predict what's gonna happen.
Okay.
So the movement of people is really the biggest parang where it all starts.
Yeah.
So yung e-commerce,
the demand
is a game changer.
Yeah, okay.
Kasi now you don't have to really go to the mall to buy your regular stuff.
Okay.
So I think that's the major shift in our movement. So with that, I think malls are going to be more like a showroom ngayon. But if I was if I was selling something, I'll make my mall the showroom, and then encourage people to just buy it online.
Okay.
Diba? And then I've heard of some malls converting their stalls into like a semi-e-commerce distribution center.
Yeah.
So meron kang showroom, you have a legit address, pero doon din ang pick-up point mo.
Okay.
Oo.
And so for that business, okay.
Yeah.
But how about, residential prices, office spaces? What's going to be the driving now that the post-pandemic? Ano siya?
I think residential prices will still continue because we have to understand that in this whole movement of things, money did not go away. It just shifted.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So,
and the fact that a lot of people still don't own their homes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think people, the buyer before and the buyer today may be different.
Okay.
Diba? I've seen a lot of clients right now who were just regular folks before, but because of Lazada and Shopee, they're now entrepreneurs. Yumaman na
We have
sila.
new rich people.
So
old rich like you, and then
old rich like Kuya Artie, then the new rich like, and the feeling rich like me. So the malls, I think, has an opportunity to support the e-commerce system.
Okay.
And then of course you have a lot of more entrepreneurs happening now. So I think yung mga work, what they call it, the collab sharing office, I think will eventually come back now when the pandemic.
Okay.
Kasi what we need to notice is the share economy. Before there was no share economy. Now you can share your car, you can share your your motorcycle, even delivery, yung mga trucks mo. So I think that mindset moving forward will also change property, wherein you will now share your office space, share your secretary, share your accountant. And I wanna also share with you, Kuya Artie, I think the Banawe model. The Banawe model will thrive. What is the Banawe model? Having the same industry in one place.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So people
lahat
will
on auto parts and stuff.
Auto parts. So now I see an opportunity. If you're a property developer, an opportunity for maybe a place where you go to home automation. Isang bagsak, diba? I think the Home Depot is like that.
Okay.
The Banawe model na you go to there for construction supplies. So ang dami niyan.
Hindi na masyadong super mix type. Diba dati parang everything, we have it all.
Maybe it will still be there, but there's an opportunity na for that, yung parang focus industry.
Yeah, okay. So parang the area is known for this.
Yes. Yeah. If you're into robotics or into toys, Green Hills is now known for toys. Like, hi Carlo Ople, hello, how are you? So mga ganun.
Yeah, okay. So these are the changes that are happening right now. There's still going to be a need for commercial spaces.
Yes.
Changing parameter, maybe smaller, parang gano'n, no? Smaller cuts, smaller. I just, reviewing an offer for a commercial office space, 38 square meter. I mean, 5 years, 10 years ago, who would have Who would want to put an office at 38 square meter?
Yeah.
But those are the changes right now. Property, as you say, home will still be there. We talked about in our previous videos, there's also shifts. It's happening. But sige, ito maganda question. What about the condos in the CBDs? What's gonna happen to them?
Okay, I think for the condos, no, definitely there are at least three types of market. So I just want to guide you, no. First is the end user.
Okay.
If you're buying your condo because you need it, you're gonna use it, your son is gonna get married, that's okay. It's
Okay.
unaffected. You choose based on what
you need and what you like.
Ideal for you. The amenities, the distance.
Yeah.
Okay yan. If you're buying to rent out,
Okay.
then my guide to you is to monitor your target customer.
Okay.
Diba? Kasi I think the challenge right now is
And don't just buy thinking that somebody will rent it. Without,
Yeah.
You have to give it more thought process.
yes, monitor
Yeah.
your customer. Meaning,
Your target.
I think the expats might lessen in the near future, mostly because you don't need to physically fly in your expat. So lots of changes
Yeah,
because
okay,
of this
okay.
globalization.
Okay.
You now have expat who can now manage a whole Asia Pacific.
Yeah.
Dati may Philippines
And
na.
normally these expats are the ones that want large units, 3-bedroom na malalaki.
Yes.
So there's gonna be a kind of, is there gonna be a shift
Okay.
away from that, or?
No. I think the demand for the big units and the expat market will still be there. In
Okay.
fact,
Anyway, kasi konti din ang supply niyan.
konti ang supply,
Okay.
not over. So like we have a customer right now na all expat, they're like 90% occupied.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
okay.
it's a strong indication
So
na,
is there a match between the demand and supply with this expat, the expats and the expat type of properties?
I think mga expats kasi what's nice about the market is clearly defined where they want
okay,
to
okay.
be. Okay, I'm gonna guide your
Sige,
viewers,
sige.
Kuya Randall. Like BGC. Why is BGC very strong? Although it's the most expensive property.
Crazy
one of-
prices.
Crazy price. But okay.
And you have like 12 units there, no?
But because natural naman, it's like a first world country. Pag
Yeah.
nakita, diba? Hi Marvin
Yeah.
from BGC.
Hi.
But
It's just like people who always stay in New York, people who always stay in LA. So, yan yung BGC natin. And
Yes.
Yan yung sa Pilipinas, yan yun.
But why, Kuya RT? I want to share with you why. Because there's so many anchors in BGC. The major anchor that drives the expat are the schools.
Okay, the
British
international
school,
schools are there, IS.
International school, Japanese school, Manila,
Yeah.
Everest. Those four,
Even the Korean schools there. no?
Korean. Those major schools will automatically drive the family to stay there. That's why BGC, 3-bedroom, big units, definitely
Okay.
a win.
Plus the fact na konti lang yan.
Konti pa yan, kasi
Okay.
ang mahal, di ba?
Okay, Carl, changes right now, post-pandemic world. We talked about, retail and stuff, commercial areas. And there's something you mentioned to me, and you always been telling me, when you start to buy property, it's not what you see now.
Yeah.
It's what's gonna happen in the future. So, laging forward-looking siya. Can you expound on that?
Okay, so Kuya RT, sa property kasi, you take off your present day eyeglasses and you wear your,
Kasi ang lakas ng bias mo dyan, di ba?
yeah, you wear your future eyeglasses. For example, if you're a property guy and you see a road being demolished, so traffic, inaayos ng kalsada, sira. Normal person would say, ayoko dyan, traffic. But if you're a property guy, you say, oh, I see the road being expanded. After that, magaganda na yan, and then bigger establishments will come. So, sabi nga nila, di ba, in social
Don't be biased by what you see, right?
present, kailangan future talaga. Sabi nga sa social studies, di ba, the first driver of growth is the farm to market road.
Okay.
Di ba? Kasi dati yung farm mo, malayo, pag may road, madadala na yung produce.
Okay, okay.
And when the farmer brings the produce to the store, ano madadala niya pabalik? Is yung money
Okay.
that he will spend in the community.
Okay. Galing. Yeah,
Very
good. So, forward-looking. I know you're one of the earliest buyers of New Valley. We're in New
Okay.
Valley, and you bought it 2007?
Yeah.
Can you balik mo lang, how does New Valley look like in 2007?
Okay.
And then what propelled you? I'm sure at that 2007, hindi ka pa like now, na lumalangoy sa pera. No? But at that time, it was challenging also. But why did you embark on something? Kasi parang ang laki-laki ng risk. Kasi, like for information, this place used to be sugarcane.
Sugarcane,
So,
farmlands. Okay, Kuya RT, before, to come to New Valley, it would take you 3 hours coming here. Now, 45 minutes, di ba? There was no skyway. And yung EDSA ay sobrang traffic kasi ginagawa pa yung mga MRT, the
makalabas
skyway.
ka ng EDSA pa lang, problema na.
It's super problematic.
Just to get into
Yeah.
these people of my time, they would call it South Super, the SLEX.
South
And your
Super.
time too, okay?
Yeah. So parang ganun, di ba? But I guess, to be honest, di naman ako magaling. I just happened to work with Ayala that
Okay.
time, with Rex Mendoza. Hello, Rex. And siyempre, usap-usapan sa office is, your money cannot buy so much in Metro Manila. But
Yeah.
put it here, in this
Yeah,
place
okay.
na upcoming. So, how much? Okay, just for example, a 300 square meter lot na binibili mo ngayon ng 13 million,
Okay.
you can buy before for 2.8 million pesos.
2007.
2007.
Wow.
So imagine
wow.
2.8 million becoming 13 million. But Kuya Artie,
It's not even a studio unit now.
Oh,
In an off-site place in Metro.
correct. But Kuya Artie, I wanna tell our viewers na hindi naman sa kumita na tayo. Kunyari bumili ka ng 2.8 million is now 13 million. Hindi naman sa kumita ka. But what I want to emphasize more is you did not work to get 10 million more to buy the same product.
Yeah.
And all because you bought early.
Yeah.
So,
And it's a good holder of value.
yes, oh,
Very
definitely.
important. Kasi I'm sure, kilala kita, kung hindi mo binili yan, medyo bumili ka ng ibang bagay niyan. Ano?
Kotse, sapatos, Carlo.
Okay, so again, so you bought in 2000, or early users, did you have a vision of what in Nuba? I'm sure kasi diba, iba naman yung pinapakita nila sa iba yung nakikita mo eh. I mean, what was your thought process back then?
Kuya Randall.
What did you see? Diba?
Okay, so like for example, we were able to acquire a house and lot in New Valley. Value today maybe 8 million.
Okay.
House and lot small in Avida,
Okay.
purchased for 1.85 million.
Wow.
2007-ish. I remember my wife was still pregnant with our first baby. 1.85 may bahay lupa ka na. Now 8 million, 9 million. So, did I see the vision? Makakayaman sabihin on public, I did not see the vision. I mean, I was a young 20-plus-year-old guy working for Ayala. So talagang naghanap lang tayo ng pwedeng sabayan.
Tsaka yung ma-afford mo at that
Oo.
time. Okay.
17,000 a month.
Wow.
17,000 a month. May bahay at lupa ka na. And we enjoyed that during Holy Week, during long breaks.
Yeah.
We created a lot of memories there. And then, siguro mga 4 years ago, we sold it for around 5.8 million.
Okay.
So, if I hold on to it for now, baka 8 million na yun.
Yeah.
At 1.85 to 5.8 is pretty good.
But Carl, I know your stories now. You went, I think one of your, it's not, he is an expert, but one of the things that always working for you is coming in early enough.
Yeah.
Parang, I don't think you ever bought something at the height or the peak. You're always early. Is that something as a property investor? Medyo ganun ba dapat ang approach? Hindi yung, kasi di ba, I'll buy it, I'll flip it. Hindi ka naman ganun na tao eh. So,
Ano Kuya Artie, pag wala ka masyadong pera, wala ka masyadong budget.
Creative.
ka, di ba? Wala kang choice. So that's my route. It's not that I'm so smart because limited money mo, you cannot go to a Makati. So what's your next bet? Okay, where do you think it will go? Just like a balloon, if you press a balloon, it will expand outward. So right now guys, take a look at what's happening outside Metro Manila. And
to be honest, I mean, this virtually, unless you're like a Carl D or a Marvin Guillermo or a Carlo Ople or Rex Mendoza, nilaglag lahat ng kaibigan, no? But people like Randall Tiongsots, we cannot buy inside Metro Manila, no?
Yeah.
Parking lang or Memorial, pwede ko bilhin. But basically, it kind of makes sense to start looking at. Plus, the trends you're saying, di ba? Iba na ngayon, di ba? Going here to the valley is 45 minutes. Ang challenge mo na lang, packet ng Skyway, no? But you enter Skyway, you exit hindi na South Super, SLEX, enter Calax, paglabas mo, you're now in the valley.
Yeah.
So parang, it's really different, no? It's really different. So those are the considerations that you have.
So may time savings ka, but suddenly, like in our budget, meron ng isang line item na bago. Sky RSA. May dagdag na sa budget mo si RSA. Isang biyahe, 500.
Kasama yan. There's a cost for it.
There's a cost.
Pero, sorry, ang mahal ng parking din sa
Parking.
So, dito wala kang parking, di ba? I mean, I bought a property from Carl. Nabudol ako ni Carl years ago. But I was doing the math. My parking increased more than my unit. But that's another expense cost, di ba? Yeah. You know, back then in Metro Manila, not even the BGC levels, 5,000-6,000 pesos just for parking unit alone.
Oh yeah.
Okay? So, it kind of doesn't make any sense. And then, of course, paglabas mo, papark ka ulit. Yeah. So, if your work is, does not require you to be in Metro Manila, it makes more sense here.
Yes.
Okay? Plus, again, may mga changes din, di ba? Back then, homeschool was not a big thing. Now, homeschool is a big
Pwede
thing.
na.
Hindi na rin kailangan may malapit na school because nag-homeschool ka. So guys, consider lang, okay? For a lot of good, by the way, when it comes to property, this is one of the few guys I actually trust.
Thank you.
So, you know, you want to be able to listen to Kuya Carl.
Wait, Artie, pwede ba ako mag-plug?
Sige, go.
So guys, I have a private coaching. I have a Facebook. If you want to chat with me, just message me. If you want a 1-hour consulting session, just look for
Oy,
me
worth
on
it
Facebook.
yun, ha? Worth it. You know, the
Salamat.
lessons that Carl gave me, I still use it today, and it's really helped. Love yan ng wife ko dahil
Salamat.
sa mga advice niyan.
Salamat.
So, do follow him. TikTok. You have your channels, your Facebook. Grabe.
If you have property questions, just comment down below and we will answer
yeah.
to Kuya Artie. And if you have a venue in mind, alam mo kami ni Kuya Artie
go,
kung
go.
saan sa kami pupunta eh.
Let's review. Let's do more of these reviews, no, Carl?
Okay.
Okay. See you.
See ya.